Hello dear friend, welcome to another video. Do you believe that one day the world will be vegan? That all the people will be vegan? Do you have a strong belief and a strong vision of that? Or you rather think that our fight is hopeless and we can only slightly reduce the amount of suffering? Or maybe even worse, maybe you don't believe at all that we can reduce. Maybe you only believe that we can increase of meat consumption and suffering, the whole suffering related to it. Which is your belief? Because mine is, I'm sure that the world will be vegan. And the reasons I think so, and I'm sure of that, may appear to be surprising to you. And I will tell about it in one of upcoming episodes. I can only reveal right now that I don't think that the role of vegan activism will be dominant. I think we are only a part of this process. Please stay with me on the channel and necessarily check one of upcoming video, because I don't think it will be exactly the next episode, rather one of the episodes I will upload soon, because I really want to share with you what will be the major factors of this huge change. Before that, today I'd like to share with you some of my personal reflection on what might be the most effective ways for us to make it happen faster, sooner, or even to reduce the amount of suffering as soon as possible before the world becomes fully vegan. And what I would like exactly compare is what is more important. Positive action in the meaning of buying plant-based products, vegan products, and also promoting them, or negative action in the meaning of not buying animal products. Before you hear my opinion, I would like to hear yours. What do you think? Which is more important? Buying vegan products, which include processed products, which don't have the best opinion, or not buying meat, not buying dairy, eggs, or even products where one of those is the ingredient. Unfortunately, what I see among many vegans and many vegan activists, I think they underestimate the role of buying and also promoting vegan products. I mean, in the meaning of those final ready-to-eat products, not vegetables, not grains, not seeds or beans or lentils. I mean, for example, mock meat, dairy, or other products ready for consumption. If you go to the shop and buy just raw vegetables and all kinds of unprocessed foods, not only they are too cheap to have any impact on the market, on food industry, on farmers, producers, and trade, you leave no message, no information. You may vote for changes with your money, but you must use your money. You cannot provoke them with cheapest options. Nobody will chase your pocket money, but they will fight for you if you show your willingness to spend on good vegan products. Your choice of vegan option, labeled as vegan option, not only makes the vegan market more competitive, above all you leave the message to the managers of the shops. Now they learn they must check for more vegan options. They learn vegans exist. If you are leaving the shop with just vegetables, nobody even knows that there was a vegan here. Politicians who will always make decisions they expect people to like, they won't know about your existence either. Once you buy dedicated products, they will learn. They will have to think twice before they make the next decision concerning animals. Be visible,
be noticeable for markets and for politicians.
I have just checked official statistics for my country, and I learned that the meat consumption drops 2% or even more year on year. Approximately 32% of people declare to buy sometimes vegan products. So many people are buying plant-based alternatives, but the change is just 2%. What a small fracture of this change must be vegans. So many people work for this result, just 2%. But this is good because every year there is 2%, 2%, 2%. In one of the articles about it, I read that meat consumption's drop is caused by appearance of plant-based products. Actually, we hardly had any of them. They are appearing right now. By not buying any animal products, you are not helping any animal. Your contribution to vegan world is even smaller than if you had died. Your death would be more beneficial. By not buying animal products, you are not leaving any legacy, any fruit of your life. For me as a vegan, not buying is kind of an obvious thing, but I would never dare to call it doing something for the animals. I would call it only not doing harm. But as a person who cares, beside not doing harm, I feel that I must do something. If you just don't buy meat, you are just alone. It is just you. But when you do buy, for example, vegan burgers or any of those other products, thanks to you, for another person, it will be easier in the future to become vegan. And this is so extremely important, and I can understand it especially well because in my country, those products are appearing right now. We didn't have majority of them even 2 years ago when I was starting this new lifestyle. We are observing changes. Now new products are appearing. And many of vegan activists say, well, if you really care, you can always buy beans, lentils, you can make some effort and you can learn how to cook, you can search for recipes and so on and so on. But this is the advice for people who really care. This is the advice for vegans. But actually, majority of people don't care so much. And they never will. So the question is, do you really want to make more people vegans? Do you want to change people's attitude? Do you want to make people sensitive? People who are not sensitive, who don't care about animals, who know that animals suffer and they don't care, or they do care but not strong enough. So you want to change people, or you want to change animals' fate? Because I want to change the situation of animals, not people. And those are for me two separate strategies to invest into people's morality, people's thinking. This is one strategy, but the fruit of it, I think we may expect rather in next generation, in long distance. This is extremely a lot of work to change people's attitude. And we will see the results in future if we invest in young generation right now. So if you care about animals, like 20 years later animals, then maybe, yes, you should focus on moral education, try to make people more sensitive and so on, so on. And of course, there are still plenty of people who are naturally sensitive, but they haven't heard yet about how terrible the situation is. And I am sure there are still many people ready to go vegan soon, immediately after they learn, after they see, for example, the movie Domino. For example, I was such a person. And it was not so long time ago that I saw it. It shocked me, and naturally I went vegan. So I'm sure there are still more of such people. However, I must tell you that my experience in contacts with people is that absolute majority of people that I meet, they generally speaking, they agree with vegan thinking. They agree this is not right. They agree that they should go vegan, or that they should at least reduce meat consumption. Actually, they agree to all of the arguments, vegan arguments. I never meet anti-vegan thinking in real life. I never meet such people in real life. Only on internet. They are very vocal, but only on internet. In real life, I meet only people who agree, but this is not important enough for them. That is not urgent enough for them. And I know that absolutely majority of people, they would have no problem with switching to vegan alternatives, plant-based alternatives, if they were offered and if those products were good and tasty and healthy. I don't see any resistance. Actually, people are asking me, like, what can I easily prepare as a vegan dinner? I've never met any resistance. For example, if I proposed vegan spread as an alternative, for example, to cheese, nobody said, no, I will always buy cheese or ham. Yes, if something is tasty, they try. If they like it, of course they are buying it. Normal people are not resistant to such changes if they like the product. So I think that even without this huge mental change, huge change in people's thinking, we can get fast results if we have more and necessary good plant-based products. I remember that Michelle Lowe once said that she also hoped that when there are vegan alternatives, people will automatically start buying them, and this will cause the decrease of meat sale, and she doesn't observe such a change. But frankly speaking, I don't believe that those vegan alternatives are good enough. I know that in UK you have many more products than we have in Poland. For us, this is all new. So I know that you have a lot of them, such products that I've never seen in my life, like vegan ice cream. There is none in my country. But I am afraid, and frankly speaking, I really don't believe that they are very competitive to animal products. I rather think that they are like almost as good as animal products, not better yet. The moment you will reach the point that many of them will be better, more tasty, and also healthy and containing, for example, high quality protein, not just gluten or other low quality proteins, or soy protein, which we know that many people are avoiding protein, or many people are allergic to it. So I am sure that once the plant-based products market becomes really strong and really competitive, many people will be just buying those products just because they will like them. And also, when talking about vegan products, we usually talk about mock meat, for example, or dairy. So that means that those are plant-based products pretending meat, or pretending yogurt, or other products, or milk. I think the real change will start when they stop pretending, but the new forms, new idea of food will appear. when new, great ideas, the whole idea, not only such a composition of ingredients that it can imitate meat, but the whole new idea of the form. So the new idea of the form of product, new dishes, completely new dishes. So people must find such dishes that they will not be able to find an imitation of those dishes among meats. I remember when I went to Japan first time, at the beginning I was starving because I saw that the food have completely different form there. It is difficult to switch to a new form of food. But once you switch, then it's very difficult to get back. So at the beginning, when I went there, I was starving. I lost a lot of weight the first time. But then I fell in love with Japanese food, and the situation became opposite. Then I couldn't find food in Poland. When I was back, then I was always searching, oh, what should I eat? I see no food. There is no food in Poland. It was a big problem because everything was different, different form, different ingredients. So I'm looking forward to see not only new brands of vegan products, but also new forms. I'm awaiting some innovation, some very brave thinking, the vision of new food, future food. Once people find a new form and they fell in love, they will not come back to meat.
And my battery died at this point, so I had to finish. Thank you for today. Thank you for your attention. And see you soon again. Bye bye.